Konnichiwa. Watashi no name wa Kirtitaran desu. 20歳で現在はマレーシアのトンフセンオン大学のコンピューターサイエンス情報技術学部で1年生として勉強しています。Seterusnya orang lain.
はじめまして。私はムハンマド・アリフ・ファルハンです。マレーシアトンフセオン大学の土木建造学業工学部の学生です。
Seterusnya Nurul
Okay.
Syafika.
Sorry.
はじめまして。私はヌルルシャフィカです。マレーシアトンフセンオン大学の土木建造環境工学部の学生です。
Next.
はじめまして。私はアダウィアです。マレーシアトンフシオン大学の科学情報技術学部の学生です。
Thanks.
はじめまして。私はムハンマド・アリフです。マレーシアトフセオン大学の土木建造科学部の学生です。
Okay. So now we're gonna do some discussion topics about perspective and encourage question among us. So first topic is friendship between Japanese girls, Sachiko or Meiko, and South Sea students. So how did the atomic bombing impact these friendships?
The atomic bomb created a shared experience of suffering and loss, which broke down cultural barrier between the Japanese girl and the South Sea student. Facing the trauma together, they formed deep emotional bond based on mutual empathy rather than nationality or background. The devastation brought a human connection that might not have existed in peaceful times, showing how crisis can create unlikely friendships.
Right, thank you. Second question. Are the cultural barriers overcome through shared trauma?
Yes, the cultural barriers are largely overcome through shared trauma. Because the intense emotional experience of the trauma create a space for authentic connection that transcended language and cultural boundaries. So, for example, trauma often channels for mutual understanding and healing. So, when people endure hardship together, it often fosters empathy and solidarity. So, in this case, both the students are with the Japanese girls were forced to confront their vulnerability, which made them more open to understand each other as fellow human beings rather than as cultural outsiders.
Right, thank you. So, do you think such friendships could exist without the war's context?
Without the context of war, subject friendship might not have formed. The world made them through hardship together, like hunger, loss, and fear. Through these experiences, they learn to understand and support each other. For example, the international student comfort Meiko when she was searching for her father, and then sent song together to lift their spirit. This friendship were strengthened because they face difficult time side by side.
Okay, so next we go to second topic, which is a reflection on nuclear weapons. So from this topic, so can you describe the ethical implications of nuclear weapons today?
Okay, so the ethical implications of the
Like
nuclear weapons today, such as the disproportionate impact on the civilians. So, unlike the conventional weapons, the nuclear arms do not distinguish between combatants and non-combatants, that often resulting in mass civilian casualties and long-term environmental and health consequences. So this indiscriminate destruction challenges the principles of just war theory, especially the tenets of proportionality and discrimination. So in today's world, where international humanitarian law prioritizes the protection of civilian lives, that continued existence and potential use of nuclear weapons remain deeply problematic from an ethical standpoint.
Okay, so how Hiroshima or Nagasaki memories shape Japan's specific stance?
The memories of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are central to Japan's identity as a pacifist nation. These tragic events serve as powerful reminder of the horrors of war and the devastating consequences of nuclear weapons. They have influenced Japan's post-war constitution, especially Article 9, which renounced war. Public memorials, survivor testimonies, and education programs keep this memory alive and reinforce Japan's commitment to peace and disarmament.
Okay, so should Malaysia take a stronger stance on nuclear disarmament of this reflection?
Yes, Malaysia should take a stronger stance. This Hiroshima bombing killed many innocent people, including two young Malaysians, Yusuf and Omar, who survived saw the pain and destruction caused by the bomb. Malaysia has a history connected to this tragedy. So we should support peace and speak out against nuclear weapons to prevent this from happening again.
Okay, all right, thank you. So now we're gonna go for the topic 3, which is Japanese visits to the Malaysian students' grave. So let's get into the point. For the first point, so why this act of remembrance matters in Japan-Malaysia relations?
Um, these are the arts of remembrance matter in Japan's Malaysia relation because it honors the shared history and sacrifices of both nations. Remembering figures like Yusuf and Omar show Japan respect for Malaysia students who suffered during the Hiroshima bombing. It strengthens both between the two countries by promoting mutual understanding, peace, and appreciation of the past. Is also remind both nations of the importance of friendship, even time of the world, and encourage continuous cooperation and goodwill.
Okay, thank you. So what is the personal reflection on honoring foreign victims?
Okay. Honoring foreign victims like Yusuf and Omar shows respect and reminds us that war hurts everyone, no matter what they are from. It makes me feel sad, but also grateful that people remember them every year. It teaches us to care for others and work for peace, even with people from other countries.
Okay, how can younger generation keep such histories alive?
The younger generations can keep these such stories alive through the intentional education and active engagement. For example, learning about past events in school. They also can go for the memorial visits to immersive experiences that leave lasting impressions, while the student exchange programs build a cross-cultural understanding and personal connections that humanize history.
Okay. So the final topic is topic 4. So Japanese language education in Occupy Malaya and Malaysia's language policy. So from this topic, was the teaching of Japanese during the occupation primarily a tool for control, or did it have a strategic benefits for locals?
The teaching of Japanese during the occupation was primarily a tool for control, as it helped the Japanese enforce their authorities and spread their ideology. By making locals learn to language, Japan aimed to weaken Western influence to promote loyalty to the Japanese Empire. However, it also has some strategic benefit for local. For example, students like Razak, Yusuf, and Omar were given opportunities to study in Japan. This give the access for education, new experience, and connection that later shape their role in society. So, while the main purpose was control, some local gain long-term benefit from learning Japanese.
Okay. So how does the Malaysia's current multilingual policy that including languages is Malay, English, Mandarin, or Tamil that reflect its colonial history?
Malaysia multilingual policy promoting Malay as the national language while also using English, Mandarin, and Tamil reflects its colonial and multicultural past. English remains influential due to British colonial rule, while Mandarin and Tamil represent the significant Chinese and Indian community brought during that period. This policy acknowledged that the country ethnic diversity and aim to preserve harmony and cultural identity while navigating its post-colonial development.
The last question for this topic 4 is, should Malaysia promote Japanese language more actively today?
Oh, yes, Malaysia should promote the Japanese language more. Our history with Japan goes back a long way, and learning the language can help us connect better. It also gives Malaysian more chance to study, work, and do business with Japan. It helps us understand each other better and build stronger friendship. That's why we goes
Okay.
the language.
Okay. That's all from the forum recording. So congrats everyone for attending this forum recording. So thank you so much. Arigato.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Gozaimasu.